First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I just want to give a quick mention here. Ann, who sent us a message this morning, she said, I just wanted you to know that I sent my niece photos of us at Utica Coffee, where we were Thursday. She was drinking Utica Coffee at the time, cannoli flavor, which is incredible. If you haven't had it, you have to try it. She was running out, so I sent her some more to surprise her. I sent her all her favorites, and she said, please tell Mayor Izzy that I said hello. Of course, that's Ann in Rome.
Okay.
So good morning to Mayor Izzy.
And Mayor Jackie Izzo is on the line right now. And you know Ann in Rome knows it's Izzo. That was a a typo. She knows.
That's nickname,
I got mail the other day to Mayor Izzy, too. So.
Okay, all right. I don't know what that is. Why does that stuff happen? It's like people make the same common typo or mistake. Like I hear from hey, Bob, how are you? Bob Keeler. It's Bob Keeler does the show on IBX.
Well, you know what it is, too? It's also the influence of Snoop Dogg on popular culture. So, it would be Andrew Dermisi, Bill Keezy,
Monaski.
Yeah, I'm a tough one to do here. But.
Well, there you go, Jackie. Don't you just love coming on this program? Holy cow.
I never know what to expect.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Okay, well, good morning. And so what do you think if you had to predict, what do you think's going to, keep in mind with this Democratic majority in the state, what do you think's going to happen to our congressional seat?
Well, it's, I would say we're not sitting in a good position.
Yeah.
There are a few different scenarios where we could possibly continue to keep our majority position as far as the representative being from this population area. That was our fear, in the last election, that if the supermajorities materialize in the state, there's going to be a problem drawing district lines. So it may be for the first time in a long time, many, many decades, we may not be the population seat. That would be very tragic because we probably would see our last person elected from this area.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough it's like anything else. It becomes difficult when they don't know the name. And in the same way that we had the advantage over Binghamton because of population, we very well could get a feel for what that's like.
If we go west, that's really not a good situation for us.
Yeah.
Several years ago, we had a Republican candidate, a very good one, from the Manlius, Fayetteville area. And one of the reasons for him coming out was that at that time we thought the lines could get drawn another way. But he would have our best interests in mind in this area. So I think for us it's going to be a very difficult position if we don't retain the population center.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll know by the end of the year what that's going to look like. Okay, you've had some big things happening in Rome.
Yes.
Well,
we have a lot of things happening in Rome, unfortunately for us.
Yeah.
Where did you want to start?
Well, let's start with housing. There's some new housing available now. I mean, that's something that you've been was a key when you first ran. Is that people lived in Syracuse but worked at the base? Yes,
and very, very. That's probably what we set our mind to the quickest. We did a lot of focus groups. Probably for a year, we did focus groups, and some of those weren't pleasant. We listened to a lot of different concerns, but the product that Bonaccio has created at Griffiths is just amazing. Phase 1 of Air City Lofts is completely occupied. Phase 2 is well under construction and will be renting by the fall, end of the year. There's a waiting list there. So everything that we had heard in the focus groups that had come out on the surveys proved to be right. People wanted to live closer to where they work. And then we also have some people that are downsizing, can't handle a house anymore. So it's a real mix of people.
Yeah.
But the other exciting thing about that project is it's now attracting the commercial. We've got 2 restaurants that are already committed, Crust Kitchen and Bar. He'll have a bourbon bar in there. And then Boss Bowls. They're terrific. They were there the other day at the opening. So you're beginning to see a diversification of food, and we really need that in this area because we have such a diversity of workforce.
Right.
All walks of life.
Air City Lofts. I love that name. Can you see the airstrip from that property?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Some of the views over Griffiths are beautiful from the apartments. A lot of them look out over the runway. They look out into the park. All of them have balconies. Then they have rooftop terraces that are common areas. They've got a fitness center in the building. And then, of course, now they're starting to add the other commercial amenities. So really, there's a trail. The trail system goes right by the front door. You can get on the trail right there and take a walk every day. So, that ties in with our single-family housing that will be going in at Woodhaven, which is just down the street on Floyd Ave, walking distance to the park, MVCC, Rome Free Academy. We're going to be creating a new neighborhood, basically over 100 acres that's available in the city. That's unprecedented at this point in time for a community as old as ours.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It really is.
Mayor Izzo,
and they look beautiful.
Yeah, they're going to look really nice. And with the Woodhaven neighborhood, are those going to be homes for people to purchase, or the city's?
Yes.
Okay,
that's going. Those will be owner occupied. Buck Construction has also proposed 64 townhouse units at the Merrick Road development, Delta Luxury. Those will be rentals to begin with. So that's phase 5 of his project. Of course, with the Hannafords on the corner there now, that's changed the whole dynamic of that neighborhood. Very, very successful grocery option that we have. And it's drawing people from all around the area into that store. But now you've got a grocery, a bank, a credit union. You're beginning to see some synergy of that neighborhood residentially. So we're really pleased with where we are right now. Copper City Lofts will be under construction this fall. That's downtown. That will be preference to artists, but of course anyone can live there. That's going to be a really terrific project. That's a different price point. So we're creating housing. Some of it's market rate, some of it's middle of the road. So because we've got a lot of different employment categories here, and we want everyone to be able to live in Rome. And of course, DePaul Properties, their project at Dewitt Clinton School, the former Dewitt Clinton School site, just beautiful. Opened during the pandemic, full occupancy between apartments and townhouses, and that's in South Rome. So we have a lot of investment going on. And then if anybody read our planning board agenda on Friday, they'll see that there's a Starbucks coming to the Mohawk Acres Plaza.
That's a big deal for people. It really is.
I know.
You want to go. We have great local coffee places, but there's something about that Starbucks brand that you see long lines and people are willing to wait.
And just as a follow-up, Mayor, is with my question in regard to that being home for people to purchase, will that, do you think, significantly or even moderately impact for the better, some of the property taxes in the city?
So it's an interesting question, and actually that's something that's I'm going to be working on today. We're working with the IDA right now. Mm-hmm. The cities of Rome and Utica do have an issue with property taxes. Our taxes are 20 to 30% higher than anywhere in the state, even an area like Saratoga. So for us to create this new neighborhood, it really around an existing housing that's there, we've got to be creative in what we're doing with taxes. So we're working with the IDA. There actually will be hopefully a residential pilot there so that we can gradually bring people on at a reduced tax rate, but a fair tax rate to the neighborhood. That's going to be important because of the product that's going to be introduced to this area. I do think, the real estate market here has been booming for 2 years. We have housing all over the city that's selling well over the asking price. Most of them are bidding wars. People are buying them sight unseen. So we do need new product in the market to start leveling off those assessments and leveling off the tax rate. So this is very critical to us to have these new construction builds happen soon.
I want to go back to the Air City lofts. It is what people are looking for today. It's all the extra things. You don't want to mow your own lawn, but at the same time, you want to have a fitness center. You want to have. It's like you're moving into a place where it's almost as if you're moving into a hotel, but it's apartment living. And I think that's just what people are looking for when you look at other cities around the country.
Yeah, I think I would describe it maybe a little bit more as condominium living, even though it's an apartment setting, because I think the balconies are important. People also want their own private outdoor space.
Yep.
They don't want to care for it.
Right.
They don't want any of the maintenance of it.
Yep.
But they want to be able to go outside of their home and be able to sit out and enjoy the fresh air.
Yeah.
So that's important to the project as well. But they're also beautifully landscaped. I think, all of it fits together, and there is quite a market for it. When people, the question in the beginning and always is, well, who's going to live there? Who can afford it? We have a lot of people that want to live there, and we have a lot of people that can afford it.
Yep.
So,
I wanted to just draw you into a controversy, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, Bill?
Right. Well, it's funny because on the parking garage issue with the hospital, people made the comparison to would Tony Pacini ask the city of Rome to pay for something a project that's happening in Rome.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.